What is up, Speed Stars? It is 5:30 in the morning. It's a little bit rainy out, but we got some cool shit we're doing today. We're super excited. Man, it's hard to believe. The season's here. You know, we kicked it off with the Ultimate Drift Challenge back in February, and we'll be heading out back to California for that again in May. But before we do that, we got some crazy cool events. We got Long Beach with Formula Drift with Team Hansen. We've got Grid Life South Carolina with Jason and C3 show going on all at the same time. So, I mean, we just got so much going on. This is just a crazy month, April, just kicking off the season. We're stoked. Got a whole bunch of fresh designs. We're moving into the shop soon. So that's going to be June. June 1st is when we're supposed to be able to go to the shop. And we're doing some work on the Z. And we should be able to pick up Patrick's car not too distant future as well, so we'll have both cars. So we're getting this car ready to go to Lebanon Valley and shake it down, and so that should be good, man. It's getting ready. Season's here. A lot of cool stuff, so stay tuned. We're doing some fun shit today, so very excited about it, and let's go. Let's hit it. What is up, Speed Stars? We have just traveled about 3 hours this morning, driving through all the rain. Luckily, it's not raining here where we are. We are in Drums, Pennsylvania at the Evergreen Raceway. We're about to meet up with our boy Reese. Gonna do some drifting today at the Evergreen Drift School, and we're super stoked to be here. Gonna drive the 350Z. Originally, we were gonna bring our Z down, but working on a couple of things, getting it ready for the start of the season. So we figured, let's come get some laps, have a good time, and have a great day, you know. So we're off to do that. Let's go check it out. Let's go say hi to Reese and see what's going on for the rest of the day. So Reese has got a student here right now, so we'll probably hang out for a little bit. They're doing some testing on the speaker system for the oval. We got some racing coming up this weekend. We're gonna use one of his cars today when we're drifting. We're gonna drive the 350 just to stay true to what we're consistent with. This car Patrick used last year and is very much the same as our seat time car. A little bit different suspension wise, but otherwise pretty much the same. So it's a pretty even understanding of this car comparative to the seat time car that we built last year that Patrick drives. So Reese did an awesome job helping Patrick get trained up and just giving him some base experience, which he then carried into DOD last year. And then obviously this year we're gonna drive a lot more. For me, I'm just trying to get the season started where I've got the movements down. I've got the feel for the transitions, and having someone like Reese just work with me on that is gonna be very useful, especially right about now. Should get pretty busy with driving over the course of the season, both road racing and drifting. So it's gonna be an awesome day. We're gonna watch Reese coach this guy up, talk to him about the school and what he has for his future. He's got some cool plans for this year. Had an awesome end to last year in Formula Drift. We talked to him a little bit about that and working with Chelsea. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun day. Super chill, just a couple of us here, and let's get it. All right, so they just finished taking a break. Just had a great time meeting this kid from South Carolina. He definitely has some cool aspirations. Wants to do some grassroots, some pro-am, and sees himself hopefully doing some FD. So we'll see. We'll see if learning here, coming from Drift School Evergreen, takes him up the charts and into the highest level of the sport at some time. So pretty cool. I'd love to hear that. That's rad. Reese is showing him a little bit of technique right now, so he's behind the wheel of the car. Let's see what he's got. I think one of the coolest things about learning to drift and just drifting as a whole is learning and understanding where the grip goes away, when it's appropriate to apply piler as you're initiating the drift. That's what this guy's going through right now. This is all about, you know, progression and learning. How'd that feel?
It's awesome.
Not bad, right?
Yeah. I think after getting the initial through and then just actually filling the car, I think it worked a lot better, especially that last time.
Yeah, that last time was great. It was a nice, smooth transition. You got on power, pulled it through.
Yeah, it's just getting all, like you said, all the steps together and just putting them all together.
That's it. Yeah, right on. Cool. Nice job. Just finished linking it all together. Super cool. We'll get some video of that in a minute when he comes back out there letting the car cool. Really cool to see the progression. You can really see the confidence start to grow, and it's awesome. So we'll get some feedback from him, see how he feels, and then I'm sure the next session he's going to put together the whole thing, and it'll just be one smooth transition and run.
Yeah, I think I just need to practice more on using each turn to set up my next one.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think what's stopping me on that third one is like what we talked about earlier, that puddle of water. You see the puddle of water and you're like, oh, I don't want to hit that. Like, so that's like making me initiate way sooner than I need to.
Yeah. You know how you fix that? Just don't look at it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even really see it. I just know it's there.
He is. He's doing good. He's starting to get that feel for the transition. Seeing that progression, right?
Yeah, it's always great.
Yeah. It's the best part of being an instructor.
It's the best part of the instructor, yeah. I can't complain about like work, because this is work. So
you've got a great job.
Yeah, I'm very happy for it. Like, I'm just in the car like, this is it. This is what I do.
What I think is awesome is you come from the grassroots or origination of the sport, right? From the street, right? Talk about your old days, right? And then now you're teaching new people how to do it the right way and how to.
Yeah, because I made all the errors when I first started. You know what I mean? And like I told him, like, you already know more than I did the first year of me drifting because I didn't have an instructor.
Yeah, you were figuring it out on the corner.
Honestly, after I hit that first one, I was like, oh, I got this. I was like, what am I doing right now? I was like, it's just everything, showing me everything, like step by step, getting that initial one in, it just sets you up for everything else. And like that second one over there, like I'm not even really, like when it goes from 2 to 3, I'm not even pulling the handbrake.
Yeah, you're just letting it.
I'm just like hitting it, and then I'm literally just like, okay, and then going back the other way. So it's like, so like all the muscle memory from like actually playing the sim, and then like everything on that we've went over, it's just like completely like.
It just blends together, and you're able to find a balance with it.
And just like I'm able to like actually understand the car and what I need to do to get the car going.
Go for a couple more, dude.
Alright, so we switched over to the G, give him a little different experience. Got the swivel mount up on the car. Let's see if we can link all this together in a different car. See how adaptable. A little bit different platform. It's gonna feel a little bit different. But he's done a good job. All right, boys, we gotta ask a question. Do we need a G in our stable? I don't know, I think so. I think Kyle and the boys need to have a G to drive on a regular basis. I know they can drive the Seat Time Z, but I don't know, there's just something about that car that's got a different flavor to it. The G just has a look about it when it slides, man.
Dude, it was sick. Yeah.
It's cool, huh? Big difference, huh?
Yeah, like getting on there, and then like the first entry point, I was like, okay, I just got to get used to it, because obviously I was in the BMW and everything. But like sitting there, and I was just like, oh dude, this is just like, it was like, it's the same thing, just faster car. And then all I had to get used to was like versus that was like that first initial point is you're using more of the car on there, but that one you can really throttle out when you need to.
Right.
So you can entry, and then you can just gas it versus what the BMW you gotta do. So it was a cool experience to see, like you said, both, and like you see what each chassis is good at and which motors is good at. So like I think it's a great experience. This is awesome. Let's go. I'll call you back in a second. I told everyone what I was doing. I was like, look, do not text me, do not call me. I was like, you know where I'm at, don't bother me. Because at first it was the ride along in Hyperfest, and I was like, oh, this is like one of the best days of my life. This just topped that. So it's just like, cause like everyone knows, like, I mean, obviously, like you go from a ride along to driving it and doing it.
From
like,
right seat to left seat, way better.
So it's like, it's 10 times more enjoyable, 10 times better, 10 times more of a pocket now, because like, I'm just gonna go home and buy car parts now, because it's like, yeah, everything's getting built.
I don't know if I'm such a bad influence.
No, this is a great influence. So like, trust me, not a bad influence. I was gonna do it either way. This one just helps me learn, okay, I can do this. Like, I don't need to be afraid of that barrier of like, I can do this, I know I can. And I feel like that's where a lot of people struggle. It's like, well, I don't think I can supply it, I don't think I can do it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I can get in the car and learn. It's like, no, you can. And like, yeah, you have this, like the sim racing stuff helps, but it's nothing like how this is.
Nah, and it's good to have, but there's nothing like coming to a track and just like, all right, this is what we're doing for the next 4 hours. Like,
Ask time like seat time.
Ask me whatever question you want, blah blah blah. Because I remember when I was younger, that's what I wanted. I'm like, I wish I could go speak Japanese, so so I could just sit down and talk to these dudes for like an hour. And then when I had an opportunity to do my school, I'm like, well, I'm just not going to do it like anybody else. Like, that's why I took the donuts away, took the figure eights away. Like, I feel like that works so much better.
Like, honestly, yeah, because, I mean, yeah, you could do the donuts and the figure eights, and like, that helps you learn how the car moves and like in that motion, but you're not in those motions. You're not doing figure eights. I mean, you could do a big figure eight, like,
which is kind of what we're doing.
Yeah.
But then it goes into an actual turn again.
And I like this because, like, you go from that one angle on the first entry, on that first outer zone, it's long, like you said, and you come into that second one and it gets technical with the back and forth. So I think it's great. Like, I'd much rather do this than do donuts.
Yeah.
And like donuts, I could do in my own car. Like, I could just rip out the ABS and go do donuts.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I was like, I don't want to, I don't want to come here and then do donuts. And then it's like, dude, I could do donuts at home.
All right. For anybody who wants to get into drifting, I've got two things. Number one, 350Z, a G, E36 or E46, but definitely a Z. I think the Z is at the top of my list for sure. This car today that I drove is very close to the one that we have, the seat time car for Patrick. I don't know how many laps I did today. Over 100, easily over 100. And this thing is still running fine. The second thing is Drift School Evergreen. Reese is an amazing instructor. We worked on some techniques that I wasn't super familiar with in terms of how to do it effectively and properly and consistently all the time. You know, you can jump in a car like I have, go do it, and do it pretty good. But then when you start to realize the things that you're not really proficient at, this is where you can learn those things. And if you've never drifted before, Reese is the man. He is very, very good at explaining what to do. He's very good at getting you to understand what the car dynamics are, suspension dynamics, the way the car is going to react. So for anybody who's just brand new, definitely recommend it. Appreciate you, man.
Not a problem at all. Appreciate
anybody who wants to get the best instruction, Drift School Evergreen, Drums, Pennsylvania. Reese is the man.
I try.
We'll drop a link in the description, so make sure you check him out.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.